Welcome to Star Citizen. This is a tutorial that's going to help you get from the hab in Area 18 out of the residential area and as quickly as we can to your ship. We will be making some recommendations along the way and showing you a couple of things that you're going to want to know. The first thing is when you first log in, notice on the left-hand side of the UI, there is a global chat, and that is something that you can interact with, but not while you're laying in your bed. So one of the very primary things you want to do is learn to get out of the bed. And what you can do is you can do that one of two ways. Number one, you can hit and hold Y. Number two, the interaction key is F. And if you hit F, you can see you're going to get some options here. Sit upright is one of them, and get up is one of them. So in this particular case, let's go ahead and we're just going to get up. And that's going to get us out of our hab. Once again, we could have pushed and held Y as well on the keyboard, and that would have taken care of things. Now, when you just woke up in Area 18, this is your hab, and you can tell that it's a little dark. And one of the things I will tell you is there's really nothing here you have to gather or grab before you leave. It's these are in a spot right now where they are used for your spawn-in locations, but there's nothing personal in here. This isn't your hab. This is kind of a generic one that all of us are offered when we first log into Area 18. So that being said, I'm going to push and hold the F key, and you can see there's actually things throughout the hab that you can actually interact with. You don't necessarily have to, but it's not necessarily a bad idea if you want to just kind of take a look around and familiarize yourself with WASD, WASD, to move around a little bit. I'm actually going to come over here, and I'm going to push and hold the F key, and I'm going to click this light, and that's actually going to turn some light on in the hab, and that's going to, offer up a little bit different, a different view here. So once again, none of this stuff you actually need, but if you want to kind of take a moment and look around here, you can see like a lot of this stuff is interactable. I could sit there, I could open this door there. You can see that's a shower type thing. There are lots of interactable things here. You can sit in this stool, this drawer here, but none of this is going to contain anything that's specific to to your character, or you don't need any of this stuff. So that being said, let's go ahead. The next thing we really want to do is exit the hab, and we do that by approaching the door here, holding down F, and clicking open. Now, one of the things I want to tell you is this is designed for a very, very new player who is just first time getting in the verse and is trying to figure out how to get to his ship, how to get to their ship. That's the way that you're going to want to use this video. If you're somebody who's been around the horn a little bit, you're going to know that, how to do some of these things. So bear with us. When we step out of the hab, we are now inside the residential hotel in Area 18. And, we can wander around if we want. The one thing I will say is there's only one way to go. You can't actually go the wrong way here. So you're just going to kind of come around the corner. You're going to come down the stairs. And the first thing you are going to see is you're going to see a window in a lobby area here that's, looks out over ArtCorp. Very cyberpunkish, super, super cool city at night. And so we're actually going to use the elevator here to get out of this hab area. So we're going to approach the call elevator button. I'm going to go ahead and push and hold the F key once again. And I'm going to click, and it's going to call the elevator. And we're going to go ahead and wait for the elevator to come. For our purposes here, I'm going to go ahead and step into the elevator. I'm now just going to hit F12. That actually toggles the chat on and off. So if you notice on the left-hand side of the UI, if I hit F12, it turns it off. If I hit F12, it turns it back on. I'm just going to leave that off for the rest of the video here. And what I'm going to do is, now that I'm inside the elevator, I'm actually going to, once again, approach this panel, hold down F, and we're going to just choose ground floor. all those floors, basically look the same. Besides the height, that they're looking outside. So as we come out here, really here at the Adira Falls Apartments, really there's once again, you're kind of met with only one way to go. If you go this other way, there's just more elevators down this way. And if you come out this way, you're going to see once again kind of a lobby area. And there's an attendant here, but most importantly, you're going to step out into the new world of Area 18, and it's it can be really, really pretty at night. So this video is specifically about what way to go when you're trying to get to your ship. You're trying to just kind of make your way to your ship. So it's Hab to Starport. So here, when we come out of this Adira Falls Apartments, here where the attendant is, we are going to make a sharp right turn. And that's actually we're going to head towards the ArtCorp Plaza right there. Now, there is, just so for good information, right there's Cubby Blast, and that's going to have pyro multi-tools, tractor beams, sidearms, rifles, all sorts of all the things that you need are right there in that Cubby Blast. So you certainly can go to Cubby Blast, and I would highly recommend you go to Cubby Blast if you need some of those types of things before you leave Planetside. But, I just wanted to let you know. Also, there's Kasaba. Kasaba's going to have more clothing than, say, armor or undersuits or that type of thing. So really, Cubby Blast is going to be a place that you're going to want to stop at if you need, like I said, the pyro multi-tool or something along those lines. But we're going to go ahead and continue on. We're going to head towards the ArtCorp Plaza. And so this is just, it leads one way. So we've come out of, the residential motel. We've made a hard right, and we've come down through this hallway. And here we're going to come into one of the main centers of Area 18. And you can see across there's the TDD, the Trade and Development Division. That's where you kind of make trades and that type of thing. In this building over here is going to be Center Mass as well as ArtCorp's headquarters. And right over this way, this is like an advertisement for Fizz soda. This place is really amazing. I mean, it is kind of cool, but let's just kind of stick to our guns, right? So we've come here. We are making another hard right. So we've come out of the hotel. We made a right. We ran down past Cubby Blast through this hallway. We're making another right. We're going to go underneath these kind of, underneath this animation that kind of is pouring fizz on us, and we're going to keep moving. Now, one other thing I'm going to mention to you is that is right there the hospital. You can also go in there and get a med gun. Never a bad idea to have a med gun. But, we're going to continue kind of beelining more or less towards the hangar so we can get to our ship. So, here we go. You can see this says City Flight Transit. This is where you're going to want to enter. So, realistically, it's very straightforward. Out of the Hab right, come down the hallway, right, follow it along the edge, and then another right here for sure. So we're going to come in City Flight, and then you're going to see two stairs right here. We're going to head down the stairs, and we're going to, continue on. Now, this says right here to Area 18 Spaceport, so that's exactly where we're headed. We're going to go stand on Platform 1, and we're going to wait for the tram if it's not already here, and it doesn't look like the Hab's here yet. So this is Platform 1 right here, and we're just going to kind of wait our turn. You can see the tram is arriving in 30 seconds. So ArtCorp, once again at night, is just this incredible, just a really kind of, you really have that cyberpunk, just that very, very futuristic Blade Runner type feeling that you kind of get. And Area 18 is really, I recommend this place as the starting zone for people when they're first getting started. I think that as far as landing zones go, this is the most straightforward. So we're gonna once the tram comes, we're gonna climb aboard, Now, one of the things you could certainly head to, you can sit. You can obviously hold down your F key and sit, down if you want to. Different people choose to handle this differently. We're just going to stand here and look out the window and kind of enjoy the sight. So, once the tram leaves, these are kind of, these are like like they're levitating. It's really cool. So we're gonna go ahead and just take a look out here. Now, keep in mind, there are other places, like there's Dumpers Depot, and there is a ship selling place here in Area 18. And once again, there was Center Mass. There's other places to visit, but what we're focusing on here is to get you over to your ship and get you into the hangar so you can actually make your way off the planet. So we wanted to do that in a relatively short video. But, that being said, we wanted to offer some context as well. So we got about 40 more seconds that we're going to travel here. And these are, this is one of the wonders of Star Citizen. They are very, very committed to you feeling kind of the effects of having to travel. There's not going to be as much kind of, portals where you're just going to kind of step in and step out, You're going to spend some time doing this kind of stuff in Star Citizen. And really, I really embrace it. I think that it's a fun thing. It adds a layer of immersion that I can appreciate. And honestly, it doesn't take too long. So now we've stepped off here, and there's only one stop with this particular train. So there's, it's just a back and forth type of thing. So you're not, you don't have to learn different stops or anything like that. It's just off you go. And so here we're going to now walk up into the Riker Memorial Spaceport. And so, I know us older players, we kind of just run through these places really quickly. But, there are some amazing, it really is an amazing game, and just an amazing thing. Here you can pay some fines and citations if you needed to. But, we're going to kind of continue through here. So I do want, I'm going to restart this real quick just because I want you to kind of understand. This is a little bit of a winding bit, but it's not difficult here. So we've stepped off the tram. We've come to Riker Memorial Spaceport. We're just going to basically round the corner here to the right. We're going to go through the customs area. We're going to go straight ahead. There is, there are some different areas here, but we're just going to keep moving straight ahead. And while we're moving straight ahead, we are going to work our way through these turnstiles. Eventually, there's going to be some heightened security and scanners in these areas. But this is going to bring us here into the ASOP terminals. And these terminals are going to be how we pull our ships. And you can see I'm on my alt account. I only have the one ship. It's the Avenger Titan. That's the starter pack. That's it. That's all the glory right here. And that's great. I think that's wonderful with this account. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to, if you're a brand new player, you're likely to see just your ship in there. And that's awesome. Just go ahead and click retrieve. And do pay attention to where it's going to say your ship is available. So your ship is at Hangar 1. You also do get the pip. And what I mean by that is you can kind of see it there. It's a pip. And it kind of tells you where the hangar is. Hey, citizen. And so we're going to now work our way around and to the hangar elevators. So, we came in and then pulled the ship, and now we're kind of walking around the hangar elevators. And we are going to head on over to the hangars. And we'll go ahead and call the elevator here. There was a citizen there who had decided to choose that elevator, and I didn't want to share an elevator with him, so I did call the elevator, and I'm waiting. You can see the elevator right now is at location 4, but now it showed up, and that, once again, I did that by hitting F in the call elevator. Oops, and then I'll do it again just to keep it honest there. Now we know that our Titan is at Hangar 1, so here you actually can hold F. You actually can use the mouse wheel in order to move up and down on this console, but you're just going to select Hangar 1. You know, you're just holding down F and single left clicking in order to access that. And so we're now approaching our ship on Hangar 1. And, you know, this is kind of one of those fun things, you know, the first time you walk off into a hangar and take a look at your ship. And as you can see in my case, I have the Avenger Titan. It's the Space Penguin. And this never really does get old for us veterans who just love playing this game. You know, this particular ship is a very, very good starter craft. It's a little bit like the space shuttle. You know, obviously, I think you could probably take some of the design elements. You know, kind of came from that. But that being said, this is a great little starter ship, and so you're going to look for the egress point on your ship, and that's normally going to be like a cargo hatch, or you're going to be able to climb right up into the ladder. So in this particular case, I can open this door, and this particular ship allows me to climb right back in, or in this particular case, I happen to have the type of ship where you can also actually enter the ship this way. So we can open the pilot canopy. You can take a look at what that looks like. We also can just kind of hover. You know, once again, I'm pushing and holding F, and I'm single left clicking in order to access one of these. So we are going to go ahead and enter the ship. And you can see this little ladder animation pops out, and we climb up in. And, you know, this never gets old. I mean, this is, you know, one of the beauties of Star Citizen. And so, you know, I am going to go ahead, though, and I'm going to push and hold Y on the keyboard. And I'm going to do that one more time. And what it's going to do is it's actually going to turn me around and bring me back into my ship. And, you know, I just wanted to show you, there's a little bed, there's a little hab area here, like right on our ship, right? And then out, if you remember, this is the door I opened right here. So, you know, that's one of the, you know, kind of interesting things about this this game is for sure there is, you know, the ships that you enter, you actually can live in those as well. You know, it's not 100% all the way there, but you can actually log out, you know, in that bed right there. So for our purposes here, I'm just going to go ahead and lay down. And that's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm just going to go ahead and push down F, and you can see I have the option to log out. And so, yeah, I just wanted to give a quick video about how to get from hangar to hab, and we'll go ahead and do an even shorter version of it as well, I think, just with no context, just straight hangar to hab in the fastest possible run. So anyways, thanks for your time. I hope that you enjoyed this video. Please take care of yourself, and I will see you all around the verse.